Good evening, Brett.
Welcome in, Evan, birthday caller.
And welcome to the What's going on, Brett? I think we are starting at the moment, 8 seconds from qualifying, Brett. And how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I was just say a quick sort of side note. We are travelling to Austria for your birthday, so I hope you're going to enjoy the Austrian sightseeing and hopefully it's a good race.
Thank you very much, Brett. I really hope the guys are going to bring their A game to the race. I'm just going to be adding Where's the Beans, Brett. I'll tell you where he is. He's not in the lobby. But we'll get him in the lobby, Brett, because we always need to go racing with the Beans, one of your personal favorites, Brett.
Yeah, like all of them are.
Like all of them are. And we are live, and we are in Austria. And Brett, I see we have hit 51 followers on the on our little stream site. And Brett, I'm looking forward. Not only do we have 80 minutes of exciting quali, we will have a sprint race and a main race. And I'm looking forward to this one.
This should be interesting. And I've literally just noticed we have 20 drivers. We have a full grid tonight. And with the 51 followers, yes, congratulations. I do believe that this channel will be near enough at affiliate stage. So the owner of the channel can apply for affiliate.
We will be nearing affiliate stage, Brett, and as Where's the Beans left the session, I think he will be joining us shortly. Carefreeville disqualified for blocking the pit lane. What happened there?
Oh my God, it's already drama already. 1 minute into qualifying and we have drama.
It's starting very, very early as Carefreeville is disqualified from this session. And Brett, the first driver is G. Fitzgerald. He'll be your first driver setting his first hot lap.
We have the Toy in chat. Hello, the Toy. Hello, guys. Have an awesome race.
Hello, guys. Have an awesome race. Thank you very much, the Toy. Thank you, Louis and Brett. Let's hope that we will be treated with what seems to be a very exciting race. We have 20 drivers on the grid as G. Fitzgerald now sets off for his first flyer. 2 seconds, Brett. Let me just see if I can pop Where's the Beans another invite.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, welcome in, Lewis. Hope you're doing well. And the Toy. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm looking forward to this one. A personal sort of favourite of mine. I did practice a little. Well, when I say I practiced, Evan helped me on Formula 121 on this track. So I'm quite familiar with the track.
Right, Brett, as G. Fitzgerald takes us through his first hot lap, he will be followed by the Haas of Kratos, also busy doing a flying lap. But obviously G. Fitzgerald will be the first one across the finish line, and let's see what pace that he sets for the other drivers.
Yeah, see what he's saying. Obviously Gerald is a new name to me, so we'll see what he can bring to the table.
Right, Brett, as we are entering the third sector now, at the moment, on the 1 minute mark, it doesn't seem to be the best of times, but Brett, the important part is just get a lap time on the board. As he crosses the line in a 1 minute 6.4, he will be followed by none other than the Haas of, it was Kratos, correct, Brett? Yes, making his way down the straight now. Only good enough for a 1 minute 8.8, currently running in P2. He will be followed by...
We have Sparkplug in chat. Hi, gentlemen. And again, happy birthday to you, E. Moller.
Thank you very, very much, Sparkplug. Really appreciate that. As Van Vieren has a lap invalidation and Knudsen goes P2 with Rulock P3 currently. New Adventure crosses the line. Good enough for P5, Brett. And a lot of drivers crossing the line. Dan Tyler now. Better lap from him. A 1 minute 8.3. Next to cross the line, I think it was a lap invalidation. Right, Brett. Spectating Mr. M. Currently doing a 1 minute 15. He's definitely going to go again.
And we have somebody in chat. Last chance for Beans to keep a fan. So I'm sure, you know, Where's the Beans is quite a fan favourite. So we'll see if we can get him in and what he can do. And correct me if I'm wrong, Evan, but what we saying for lap time? What's a decent time? 1 minute 3? Or is that a bit? You tell me.
No, 1 minute 3 is a little bit wishful thinking there, Brett. If the drivers can get into the 1 minute 5s, that'll be very, very competitive times. As we are now spectating Rulock, he will be making his way into the pits, Brett. Next to cross the line, it's JD with his outlap, and then the Aston Martin of Knudsen heading into the pits. A lot of drivers invalidating, Brett.
Yeah, it is early days, but obviously, you know, the pressure will the pressure will mount up on these drivers if they continue to invalidate laps.
The mechanic with a 1 minute 6.5, Brett, he puts himself on the front row of this grid. He will be followed by the Ferrari of Dan Tyler jumping into the pits. And next across the finish line will be the Haas driver of Slayer. Is he doing... Oh, running very wide indeed. Just giving way for other cars. Taking a little bit of a shortcut into the pits. That's his first run in qualifying over. Expect to see him back on track soon. AYB with a new fastest lap, provisional pole position of a 1 minute 6, and dominant racer will not take that away from him. Only good enough for P4 currently.
AYB currently then the man to beat, and I do quite like Austria. I'm a bit familiar with it, so maybe it can be a bit more interesting from my perspective as well. 12 minutes 40 left of the qualifying.
Right, Brett, it's JD with no time on the board thus far. Guts it down the main straight. 1 minute 5, 6, 7. No, 1 minute 9.6.9. Good enough for P4. That pushes Dominant Racer out into P5. Next to cross the line, True Loki with a true lap of a 1 minute 6.7. That puts him in currently 4th position. Push JD now down to P5.
Oh, it's heating up. Heating up indeed.
Right, Brett, so next to cross the line, we will now have MGST starting his first flyer. And let's see what kind of times MGST can produce. Into the pits, jumps,
in the chat,
AYB.
Sorry, in the chat, Andrew Tate, that conversation is for another day, not on this stream, thank you. Danny, hello, welcome in. You're the Where's the Bean supporter. So, Danny, I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Let's go, Beans. Right
well, Brett, where's the Beans?
Here he is. He's on an outlap.
He's on an outlap. He's on a hot lap. And let's see what kind of pace the Beans will bring to the table today. Brett, the Beans need some redemption. Having a great debut start, but having back-to-back races where he managed to DNF. So is this redemption day for the Beans?
Well, Danny will be hoping it is redemption day.
As he crosses Brett, it looks like it was a purple sector one. Let's spectate the Beans to see what the Beans has in store for us today.
Yeah, let's see how they handle this car on the track. And we have the choice in go Van Joren and go Jober. So with the toy making his allegiances known to the track.
Right, Brett, Beans making his way into the 3rd sector now. And it's a purple sector too, Brett. It looks as though the Beans has got the pace. He's ready to go. Right, coming down this straight, flicks the car to the right, avoids the curbs, drives over, flicks it to the right once more, onto the throttle, wide over the curbs. That'll hurt his time. It'll be a 1 minute 7.6, only good enough for P9 from the Beans. He will be followed by his teammate of G. Atozi. Right, G. Atozi making his way down the straight now, and that is good enough for P11. Right, Brett, spectating Van Vieren. Currently having a little bit of a bad lap. He will definitely have to go again. Next to cross the line will be Hubert. Keeping out of the way of the drivers very respectfully there. And he sets off for a new lap. As I think that was G. Fitzgerald who put in a quicker lap just now, Brett, was it? No, it wasn't.
I'm not too sure. You know more than me. So we have under 10 minutes remaining, so if you are just joining the stream, please get involved. Qualifying is heating up. A few drivers not to set a time at the moment, and Creamyville disqualified early on.
Well, Dan Tyler was able to improve his lap time, but not enough to push him up the order, Brett. Right, we will next be spectating the mechanic. We all know he has got some serious pace around this track, Brett, so let's see what he can do. He's about to start a new hot lap right about now, as a 2 minute 25 will definitely not be good enough. He next to cross the line, the McLaren of Giottosi it was? Yes, Giottosi, and he went faster, but only good enough for P11 still.
Oh.
Van Vieren, Brett, still without a lap. And invalidation from him. He's going to have to go again. Followed by the AlphaTauri of New Avenger. With a 1 minute 8.6. Not good enough. Will definitely have to go again. Next across the finish line, Mr. M. Sorry, Britt.
Joubert, Saki Biena and Van Buren with no time set at the moment.
Right. Spectating Dominant Racer as he will be next to cross the line, but he's only starting a new hot lap now. He'll be followed by the Red Bull off. Is it AYB? Yes, it is. Starting a new outlap as well. As one of the Ferraris is behind him, I believe. Right, let's see. Dan Tyler jumping into the pits. Let's see what the McLarens are going to do. That'll be Giottosi. I think he'll be heading to his way back to the pit spread. No, he doesn't. He will go for another lap.
Right, under 8 minutes remaining of the qualifying. So, yeah, qualifying is really going fast tonight, and we'll be heading to the sprint race very soon.
Right, Brett Van Vieren having a much better lap, puts himself all the way from P18 all the way up to P6. Much better lap from Van Vieren.
Very nice.
And let's not forget, Brett, this was on a little bit of scrubbed set of tyres.
Yeah, very nice, very competitive time there. P6, you'll be happy with that.
Right, so we'll be spectating Dominant Racer as he makes his way into the penultimate corner right about now. Brett onto the throttle a little bit wide. That's an invalidation. That'll be no good. He's going to have to go again. Then we will be...
Senior, sorry Evan, Senior in chat saying, sup gents, well hello Senior, welcome into the chat.
Good evening, good sir, welcome in. And Brett, AYB not having a very good lap. I mean, that was an improvement. Currently fastest lap, provisional pole. Only 200ths of a second behind him will be G. Fitzgerald having a very good lap of himself. But AYB was running a 1 minute 8 there. Definitely no improvements from him.
And the toy in the chat, come on mechanic, you don't have me behind chasing you. No pressure, we need a P1 qualification.
Giottosi Brett, no improvements from him as well. Kratos with 9/10 improvements, but not good enough to push him up the order.
And Eben, Senior in the chat, who just spoke, has just said they've just joined the lead. So welcome in, Senior.
Well, welcome in, Senior, and we hope to see you out racing on track pretty soon. We will be looking out for that, Brett. Newcomers, always exciting to see.
Thank you for being here, Senior. I'm Brett, and my commentator with me tonight is Evan, and thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the stream and enjoy your race time.
Right, Brett, can he improve his time? It's a 1 minute 6-1, no improvement, only 1/10 up on his time. That's a better lap from AYB, but still, that was not an improvement. Right.
It's still the time to beat at the moment.
It seems as though the majority of the drivers are jumping into the pits as we speak. MGST having a bad lap of himself. Already in the 2 minutes, but off for a new hot lap he goes. He will be followed by the Alpine of Mr. M, only good enough for P7 as a 1 minute 6.7 Brett. He will be followed by the Alpha Tauri of New Avenger it is. You bet it is. What is he doing? Jumping into the pits. And Brett, a lot of cars out on track. It's difficult to keep track on who's going where, as Joubert still hasn't set a time. This will be good enough for a 2 minutes. Might have been an invalidation somewhere, Brett, as he did not set a time.
Yeah, and we are approaching the end of qualification. A few more messages in the chat. We have the toy saying to Senior, you will enjoy this lead. Senior saying, yes, let's go. And then we have Jarvis in chat saying, greetings, gentlemen. Well, greetings to you, Jarvis. Welcome in.
Greetings, Jarvis. Very good to see you in stream, my friend. And I hope you are having a blessed evening. Right, Slayer out on track. Brett, this will definitely not be an improvement. And Brett, it's excitement all around the track. You don't know where to spectate.
It really is. I mean, normally I'm the first one to say qualification is not always that exciting, but tonight it's proven different.
Mr. M, Brett, no improvement from him. It seems only a 1 minute 7, almost flat. Still stuck in P8. A lot of drivers jumping into the pits, and time is ticking. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. And who will have the pace for pole position and to get us off underway in the sprints?
All to play for. AYB still the man to beat, but a lot of drivers will be thinking, this is my time to shine. I can get that P1 position.
Definitely, Brett. Indeed, I do agree with you. As Kratos also now jumps into the pits. Right, this will be the Alfa Romeo of Van Vieren warming up the tires left to right, and off he goes. Can he have the pace to push that car up the order? Currently running in P7. And that's an invalidation. He's going to have to live to fight another day.
And we have Jarvis. Something like you're familiar with, Eben. Jarvis saying, you bet I'm enjoying load shedding.
Oh, Jarvis, we all know that sucks ass. Sorry for my French, but Thank you, Escom, for ruining another beautiful evening.
Oh, load shedding. Wow.
Well, Brett, I've said it once.
Go on, Evan, carry on.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. Escom, thou art one heartless bitch.
Yeah, Escom, you have a lot to answer for. I don't experience load shedding myself, but I definitely hear about it all the time.
Right, Brett, as we have Dominant Racer, a lot of drivers just slowing it down around the track. And thank you very much to Toy, excusing me as it is my birthday. And I really hope the drivers are treating me with a late birthday present tonight, Brett. Where's the beans? I'll tell you where he is, Brett. He's currently going into Sector 2. And let's see if he can make any improvements around his track, around his time.
Yeah, let's see what he can bring.
But first, we will be spectating the Haas of Slayer as he is currently on a flyer, Brett. And time she is a ticking. Time not on your side in qualifying. Drivers need to get out, need to set the fastest time. And let's see who can jump away in pole position. Definitely will not be Slayer with this time. Only good enough for P6 still. He will be followed by, is it JD? Yes, you bet it is. Only good enough for P10. And now I believe that will be the beans into the pits. The Red Bull,
God.
The Red Bull of that was AYB, still no improvement. So still sitting pretty out in front there, Brett.
And we still have Saki Bieno with no time set, and obviously Carefree was disqualified very early on.
Well, Brett, are my eyes deceiving me, or did we just see Saki Bieno go purple Sector 1?
Well, your eyesight's better than mine, so you need to tell me.
Well, Brett, I'm not wearing my glasses at the moment. I think I need to go and find them as Saki Bieno runs a little bit wide. That's going to hurt his time. We will be spectating you. No, that will not be Hubert. That will be Van Vieren it is. Yes, it is. As Van Vieren puts a 1 minute 6.6, still only good enough for P7.
Just over 1 minute remaining of this Austrian qualifying.
Right, Slayer, very wide, no invalidation. And we have yellow flags down into the second sector. Right, Brett, is it a JD? JD going slowly. And this will now be the Red Bull of AYB. Will this be an improvement? Can he do it on this run? You bet he can. A 1 minute 5.9, but I believe that was a lap invalidation, Brett.
Oh,
so that...
What a lap.
So that will not go down as a lap, Brett, as I believe it was lap invalidations.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But AYB is going again, purple sector 1, but Brett, he's out of ERS, and this will definitely not be an improvement on his time. Back to the Alpine of, no, not the Alpine, it was the Williams of, the mechanic, was it? Or Mr. M? What, Mr. M, but there was no improvement on his part. Dominant Racer, Brett, currently sitting in P13, not where he would want to start. Can he improve down the main straight? A 1 minute 6.7, good enough for P12 only, and that's his quali over.
We are now coming to the end, so whatever you're doing now, that is it.
Well, Brett, this is it for Saki Bieno. Where can he put this car? All the way up to P14. At least he got a time on the board, Brett, and he will not be starting last. Well, at least for now. That's AYB, right, Brett, AYB. Without without ERS, sets the fastest lap.
Wow, he is making a statement out here tonight in Austria.
Well, get in, AYB. That's well deserved.
What a lap.
Very well deserved.
Oh, MGS beat
MGST, pole position, 1 minute 5.9. And Brett, how many? I think there's 0.003 of a second between the two of them. What a lap!
Wow. We were just congratulating AYB. MGS putting his foot.
Right, so who's still out on track, Brett? Slayer will not improve. True Loki. Invalidation. Dominant Racer. Doesn't seem to be improving. Saki Bieno, can he put himself? No. He's currently already on a minute up on his time. Kratos, no. And that is Rulok also. But that's your qualifying, Brett. That is your qualifying. Unless AYB can pull some magic out of that. No, he can't. Already up into the 1 minute 0.7s. And Brett, that is your qualifying done and dusted. The final curtain has been drawn, and now we're getting ready for the semi-main event, because we will have a sprint before the main race. Gloves off, Brett. Who's hungry for the win of this sprint? Congratulations to MGST your pole position runner, and AYB will be stopped joining him on the front row of this grid.
That was eventful. Wow.
Top stuff, Brett, and a little bit of a better qualifying, I would say. Obviously, not the most exciting, but Brett, as we have seen every single time, it's not about qualifying, it's about the race start.
It really is, and Formula One always throws up some sort of madness, and I don't think this will be any different tonight.
Well, Brett, as I have stated, we will be treated to 2 races. We have the sprint, and then we will have the main race.
Looking forward to it, and I hope everybody in the chat is also looking forward to it. Get involved in the chat, you know, talk to us, talk to each other, do whatever you want to do. But stick around, because if you leave, you're going to miss something.
Brett, you had 18 minutes to breathe and just to sit back, relax, because we are moments away from lights out and things are about to get heated. Welcome to this Austrian sun. Let's get some sunshine out on that track and let's see some magic happen. Brett, as always, my friend, run us through the order.
I will. Here we go then. Evan, boys, girls, everyone that's in attendance. MGS, P1, then we have AYB, Gerald, Mr. M, Atozi, Nutson, The Mechanic, Van Buren, LM Slayer, New Avenger, Chew Loki, Dominant Racer, It's JD. I've lost where I am a minute. It's JD, Saki Biena, Krytos, Where's the Beans, Dan Tyler, Rulot, Jober, and Carefree. 20 drivers on the track. Bring it on.
And Brett, I must say, if there's one thing that I'm looking forward to is, you know, no dent, no humid, no dark fox, and no of the very, very quick runners in Tier 1. So, Brett, it's all to play for here, and anyone is up for P1 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of opens up a little bit more. So, I'm definitely looking forward to this.
I think this will be good competition for the drivers. I mean, they know that it's all to play for. They know they don't have those guys with the amazing pace in front of them. And like I said, Brett, it's gloves off and it's all to play for tonight. Who will take P1? Time will tell in 12 laps time.
I'm just hoping that we don't have a bit of a madness like it was last week when on the race start, when everyone was going everywhere.
Brett, well, time will tell. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this race has to offer. As we are moments away from lights out, the countdown has begun. And Brett, as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Brett, let's go racing in Austria as we have a little bit of a delay. And off we go. MGST, we've got the better start. It seems as though AYB got a bad start. G Fitzgerald already got the move on him. And Brett, down we go into the first corner. Will we see contact? Yeah, I bet we do.
Oh no, here we go.
There we go, Brett. We already have contact on lap 1. NM Slayer retired from the session. His race is over.
Look at this.
Carefree is out, and we have a virtual safety car, Brett, on lap 1, going to your tyre compounds. Everyone's opting for the mediums on the sprint, and who's got the best start? Van Vieren, Brett, one of our favourites, jumping 3 positions. Dominant Racer with 4 positions. And look at the beans, Brett. I'll tell you where he is. He jumped 6 spots. He's up into P10. And let's go racing, Brett.
He is. Wow, that was eventful. What a start from MGS's Larcy. Wow.
Brett, bro, we have contact under the virtual safety car.
Oh,
What's happening?
What are they doing? They've all bunched up. They're all hitting each other. Oh, shit.
What's going on? We have cars.
What's going on?
We've got a lot of damage out on track, Brett. Right, let's see. Who has damage on their cars? Let's see. I can't see the back markers with the back runners as HJDs out of the session, it seems. Hoping that's not the case.
Oh my God, it's been a mess.
Right, Brett, let's see who jumps into the pits. We only have a virtual safety car. I don't see the safety car as we have the beans out on track. No, he did not pit. So it's the mechanic who jumps into the pits. It's Rulok, no. Giatosi that jumps into the pits as well as New Avenger. And we have contact under the virtual safety car as Dominant Racer also goes into the pits. And Brett, this will hurt them because they will be using a set of racing tires now.
Yeah, it's definitely not what they wanted. Wow.
But Brett, we are back under racing as MGST is already 7 tenths ahead of the road from AYB with G. Fitzgerald in P3, Knudsen P4, Mr. M, and then 6 seconds down the road is Mr. Beans being hunted down by Saki Bierner. Look at the gap from P5 to P6. Oh, Brett, it's all happening.
It is. Gaps already appearing. Wow. Gaps at the back appearing. Big gaps at the back of the track appearing.
What is going on, Brett? Right, so we will be spectating MGST, your race leader, going into lap 3. Brett, where is the closest battles out on track? It seems as though Roelock and Van Vieren is having a moment with each other there. Missed that battle, Brett, but the closest battle from that will be still Roelock. No, it's HJD. I believe he's ghosted, Brett. I believe he's out of the session.
Right, oh.
Right, Saki Bierner on where is the beans? We have DRS activated now. Right,
Dan
let's see.
Hunting down Krytos.
I'm going to go there now, Brett. Just going to see what happens there as Saki Bierner sneaks around the inside. But Mr. Beans gets the better exit. It all comes down to DRS. Will he get the jump on him before we enter the corner, Brett? This is going to be close, Brett. This is going to be close. Let's see what happens. He backs out. Very, very cautious driving from him. As we will now run down to the battle of, who did you say, Brett?
I did, but well, Dan Tyler did get the jump on Krytos. That's what I mentioned.
Tyler getting the jump on Kratos and Brett. Gaps forming all over the place as the closest battle now. Yellow flags down into sector 2. That will be Dominant Racer as these two are going at it. Saki Bierner is not done with where is the beans. Can he defend? Oh, we have contact. But he makes it stick. No one spins out. He makes it stick. But now the beans will have DRS and True Loki also joining in the fight. Will he make the move into this first corner? No, he won't. He knows he has another helping of DRS, and now Saki Bierner will be vulnerable. While that's going on, Carefree and the mechanic going wheel to wheel at it.
It's all happening.
Right, Brett. The closest battle. AYB is catching on MGST. The Saki Bierner did get the move on where is the beans, but will he get back at him? No, he won't. They are hunting down Mr. M as well now. Mr. M 8 seconds down the road from Knudsen. G. Fitzgerald with a 3-second time penalty. That opens the door for Knudsen to get P3 in the sprints. Right, Roelock and Hubert going at it. Right, Brett. A lot of close battles out on track, and we have a couple of DRS trains that is forming. When we look at this, Mr. M forming a DRS train with, no, not Saki Bierner yet, but Saki Bierner from Where's the Beans, from True Loki, Dan Tyler, and Kratos will be, well, we've got it. Kratos and Van Vieren, Brett, going at it.
Eben, MM Slayer says, please send me an invite.
Will do, MM Slayer, will do, my friend. Just give me 2 seconds there.
I'm only on lap 5. Only on lap 5. Wow.
Sorry, chat. Deal with me for 2 seconds quickly. Let's just send each JD another one. All right, Brett, we are back under racing. Right, Mr. M must have had a moment because now Saki Bierner got the jump on him. Runs a little bit wide and opens the door for Mr. M and Where is the Beans. And True Loki will also get the jump on him. Bad mistake from Saki Bierner. Drops from P5 to P8. Oh, we have another car that's off. That's Mr. M going around. And he will have to rejoin this race. Going out on track now as True Loki now has the 3-second time penalty. And where is the Beans, Brett? Tell me where he is.
I'll tell you where he is. He's hunting down, flipping P... No, he's not hunting down. He's P5.
He's P5. But he will be vulnerable, Brett. Now we have JD and Roelock going at it. It seems as though JD is back. Getting JD for being back. And now Van Vieren right on the rear of Kratos. Kratos, the latest of the breakers. He runs a little bit wide. Will have a helping of DRS as Roelock gets a 3-second time penalty. And Brett, let's go to AYB and MGST as AYB does get the jump on him. But G. Fitzgerald also joined this battle. But we have AYB off into the barriers. Resets to track. That will be a penalty. No.
Oh,
AYB.
my God.
Did the pressure get to him, Brett?
Wow, that was a big boom, smash, wallop. Wow.
And that unleashes now MGST as G Fitzgerald does have a 3-second time penalty. Yellow flags down into sector 2, I believe. Who will that be, Brett? We have Rulock going really, really wide there, and we have another yellow flag into sector 2. Will it be Kratos? You bet it is, as he had a little bit of a moment. And now Ubag gets the jump on him, and Van Vieren on the rear of Dan Tyler.
Danny saying in the chat, really good race for the Beans. Well, Danny, I'm glad you're still here. You're showing the support to Where's the Beans. Stick with us.
And look at the pace of Van Vieren, Brett. Getting the jump on Dan Tyler. Obviously, he had DRS to assist him. Let's see if Dan Tyler can get back at him. Now his rear wing opens, and now he'll be on the hunt for Van Vieren. More yellow flags, more yellow flags. Who's off?
The 2 and 3.
Kratos goes off, Brett, and he will now drop like a stone. As we have Giatosi still running in P12. Will he make the move on Mr. M? He's going to have a nice helping of DRS down this straight. Will he get the jump? Will he make the move stick? More yellow flags into sector 3. I think he'll be waiting for the last straight, Brett, to see if he can get the jump on Mr. M.
Only on lap 7. Wow.
Right, who got the better exit? It will be Giatosi with the better exit. DRS wide open. Into the slipstream he goes off Mr. M. But it seems as though Mr. M has got a very nice helping of straight line speed to his disposal. More yellow flags. And that is Van Vieren having a moment, Brett.
We have some battles further down the track. We have Dominant Racer, Carefree, and the Mechanic all in a bit of a battle. We have a Tozy hunting down Mr. M.
The Mechanic on Giatosi and Dominant Racer, Mr. M also now. He's 21 seconds down the road from Van Vieren as he had a bit of a moment. And he'll be looking to make the move back on Ubad. Right, can he get the move on Ubad once again, Brett? This is the closest battle out on track, as well as G Fitzgerald on MGST up the road. Right, let's see. Can he make the move stick, Brett? It is the battle of the teammates. No team orders. Oh! Aggressive. Goes wide, destroying the barriers.
Oh my god, maybe they needed team orders. Oh my god, it is all over the shop.
Well, now he gets a jump on Ubad. On the inside he went, but Ubad, now he will not have DRS. And Janssen Van Vieren, oh my word, Brett. What a line he took for that overtake.
Wow.
Right, G Fitzgerald still in DRS range of MGST as we have more yellow flags, and that will be JD. Rejoins the race in P19.
Gerald hunting down MGS. Where's the Beans hunting down John?
Where is the Beans, Brett? Did he have a little bit of a moment? Yes, he did.
Oh no,
jumps
why
from
did I mention it?
P5 to P8. And now it is the battle for P1 on track, obviously, because MGST can just sit pretty out in front, Brett, or maybe just concede the position because G Fitzgerald does have a 3-second time penalty. So MGST does not have to do anything silly, as we have Kratos right on the rear of New Avenger as well. But I want to see if G Fitzgerald can get... No, not around those corners, he won't. Right, Brett, this is the 2 closest battles out on track. We are spectating Kratos on New Avenger 4P15.
Lap 9 of 12, and it's been very eventful.
Right. G Fitzgerald, the battle with MGSD continues. And Brett, let's look at the position changes. G Fitzgerald jumping 1 spot. MGSD, where we last left him off. And look at Saki Bierner with 9 positions gained in the sprint, as he now looks to make the move on AYB. Can he get the move done, Brett? Around the first corner. He backs out, Brett. He knows 2 more helpings of DRS. He knows. G Fitzgerald still in the back of MGST. But Dan Tyler gaining 10 spots. And Saki Bierner, great race from him, Brett. Jumping 9 positions from the race start.
Oh.
And where's the Beans, Brett? Let's not forget about him jumping 8 positions as well. Not a bad race. He was finding himself in P5 for a moment or two, but managed to have a little bit of a moment, Brett, and that dropped him all the way to P8. Right, going back to the tyre compounds, penalties. 3-second time penalties for 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers, and only the mechanic with a 5-second time penalty thus far. Right, Brett. We are going back to the fight for Saki Bien and AYB. As AYB runs a little bit wide, who will have the DRS? It will be AYB. Will he get that move back on Saki Biena? He's got 2 more laps to complete this. 2 more laps to make the move stick. And great points for Knudsen and Saki Biena as the Aston Martins running in P3 and P4 currently. But Saki Biena is being hunted down by AYB, who's being hunted down by True Loki as well. So it's all to play for between AYB and Saki Biena. MGST, I think Brett will have this covered off. He just needs to be patient. AYB on Saki Biena. AYB sticks his nose out in front, has the inside line, takes it nice and tight, gives him enough room to play with, and that's a great move from AYB. Pushes himself all the way to P4, and he will have 1 lap to defend his P4 position, because we will have 1 lap of sprint racing remaining after this lap. As who the hell is that? Saki Biena loses it.
Oh,
I think it was a Ferrari maybe unlapping himself, Brett. I don't know what happened that. Don't know what happened there. But right. Now we have True Loki on AYB.
AYB has no win. Oh god, it's all going wrong here.
AYB has no wing.
It's a bit of a madness out
He doesn't. And he's still trying to fight. He's trying to fight True Loki now. I think he should just give up this position, Brett, before something silly happens.
Well,
True Loki, does he get the better exit? No, it seems as though AYB has got the better exit, but now it's all going to go down to all this to sector 3.
We have Dented in chat. Hello, Dented. Appreciate you being here.
Right, let's see. Can True Loki find a way to sneak past AYB? Can he find a way? We have MGST making his way down the main straight now. Your sprint winner. Great race from him, followed by G. Fitzgerald. Knudsen will take P3, and AYB and True Loki. True Loki sneaking around the inside. AYB going wide, but he will fight this position back, Brett, without a wing. Brave from AYB.
Wow.
But now True Loki has more than a car length in front, and he will take home P4. No, Brett, he won't, because he has a penalty. So AYB will finish P5 on track, but he will get P4, and that takes True Loki down to P6. Saki Biena, disappointing from him, was having a great race. He finishes in P7. Where's the Beans, Brett? It's redemption day for the Beans as he finishes P8. Van Vieren 9, you bad at 10, missed him down the main straight. Now he goes, and Brett, that wasn't a bad sprint.
I quite enjoyed that, Danny. I hope you're happy with your man's P8 finish. Also, don't even listen to a creamy banana and Fortnite. Let them talk to themselves.
Right, let's just send JD one more invite, Brett. It seems as though he got kicked from the session once again. And Brett, I'm really happy that the glitch from last night did not repeat itself. We are set to go racing for the main race.
We have Lewis, had front wing damage all race. Well, you kept that together very well. Congratulations.
Dan Tyler, your driver of the day for the sprint, Brett. And Brett, please take us through the classifications for the sprint race.
Lewis, congratulations to P6. Here we go then. We have MGS, P1, then Gerald, then Knudsen. That's 3. And then from 4 downwards, AYB, Dan Tyler, True Loki, Saki Biena, Where's the Beans, Van Vuren, Jober, Mr. M, Dominant Racer, the Mechanic, Carefree, Krytos, New Avenger, Atozi, Rulock, SJD, and MM Slayer.
Well, Brett, as I stated, we had 12 laps of very good sprint racing, and now it all comes down to the main event, Brett. So who will have the pace? Now, MGST does put a target on his back. Pole position, sprint race winner. Can he convert this and get P1 for the race?
Well, it's all to play for, I think. I mean, it's going to be a very, very good race, and good luck to all the drivers. Danny's saying P8 is great for Where's the Beans. I would have chosen Red Bull, though, not McLaren. Danny, we were friends. We were friends, Danny, and now you mentioned Red Bull. I don't know what's going on.
Well, Brett, that is the assigned car for Mr. Bean, so that's the car that he will have to race with. But doing a very good job. Redemption day for the Beans, puts himself into P8, and I think he'll be very happy with that result.
Oh, looking forward to this one. So lastly, Sparkler, Danny, the toy, Lewis, all of you are in the chat. Enjoy the race, and to all the drivers, good luck.
Right, Brett. So, ladies and gentlemen.
And dented. Is Slayer in?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready, because we will now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's go racing!
Oh, there we go.
Now, right, off we go. Who got the better jump? It seems as though it was a great start from G. Fitzgerald. Can he sneak past the inside on lap 1? You bet he will. But let's see if we will have more contact. Yeah, Brett, you know we'll have more contact on lap 1.
Will.
There we go! Driving into one another. There'll be hard feelings tonight, Brett, as we have a lot of cars off track into one another. And where's the Bean still finding himself in P8, keeping his nose clean. And Knudsen, followed by G. Fitzgerald, followed by Knudsen, followed by MGST. And as we had it on lap 1 of the sprint, we have a virtual safety car, Brett. Who will have damage?
Oh, no crashes, please. Keep it clean behind the with the virtual safety car out.
Right, Brett. So we are under virtual safety car conditions. We have G. Fitzgerald who got a great start, followed by Knudsen, followed by MGST, dropping 3 positions. And let's hope the drivers don't drive into one another under safety car conditions once again. Dan Tyler having a good start, AYB. We have Van Vieren, Hubert, Westerbein, Saki Biena, Carefree. From Kratos, the mechanic, Rulock, Dominant, Slayer. And let's just, for interest's sake, Brett, let's look at the positions. Ooh, so look at True Loki dropping 10 positions, Brett. And is JD disqualified from the session?
Oh no.
As True Loki jumps into the pits, and I believe that the virtual safety car will be ending very shortly. So True Loki making an early pit stop, not what he would have wanted, as well as Hubert, Brett, making a pit stop now.
Well, very eventful already, only on to lap 2. And look at this.
So, Brett, we have green flags, Brett, and we are back under racing. A lot of drivers going wide. We have MGST and Dan Tyler going wheel to wheel at it. Will we see contact? We hope we don't. Yeah, we see a little bit of contact, but no harm, no foul, Brett, as both drivers keeps it on track. Followed by Van Vieren. Where's the Beans? Hunted down by Saki, Carefree, as well as Kratos, Rulock. Yeah, we have a lot of cars right on each other's rears, Brett, as we have Dan Tyler and AYB. I think they were having a little bit of a fight. No, they weren't, Brett. Tyre compounds.
It's all happening.
Tyre compounds. So, MGST opting for the hard tyres. Maybe that, yeah, definitely that's why he got the bad start. Not a bad start, but still finding himself in P3. Same with Saki Biena, Brett. Oh, we have 2 drivers going at it, Brett. That'll be Dan Tyler and Van Vieren. Will they respect each other's space? Very good driving. Well done. Look at Van Vieren. Sneaks around the outside. We will have DRS getting Van Vieren. Oh, what a move. What a move from the guy. Slayer and Dominant Racer. Right, Brett. Who will be the bravest on the brakes? Rulock on Dominant, on Slayer, as Rulock has a little sniff around the inside. Opens the door wide open for Slayer. Has DRS. Do we have cars off? Yes, we do. Slayer and Rulock. And Giottosi. All facing the other way.
Well, this is not what they wanted.
Definitely not what the doctor ordered. As now, Slayer, very good move from him. More yellow flags, Brett. And who is that? Brett, that's G. Fitzgerald. G. Fitzgerald having a moment.
A nightmare.
And he's having, and it's damage. He will have to jump into the pits. Jumping into the pits, he will have to go to the pits. Now we have Knudsen, Brett, sitting in P1, 1.4 seconds down the road. MGST sitting very pretty on his hard tires. And now Saki Biena and Dan Tyler go at it. There's contact all over. Where's the Beans involved as well? Dan Tyler.
Oh my God, it's... What do you know what to say? Oh my shit.
More yellow flags.
Only on lap 4, and yes, Danny, and thank you, Larcy. I am from England, a place called Bristol in England. If you want to check it out, but you're not missing much.
Oh my word, Brett, it's all happening. Multiple cars driving into one another. Brett, I feel for G. Fitzgerald having a good race and he drops himself all the way down to P17.
Well, Formula One, unpredictable.
So we have Knutson, followed by MGST. AYB finds himself back into P3. And Van Vieren, Brett, finds himself back into P4. As we speak about him, another penalty. Van Vieren back to old habits. And he's already got a 3-second time penalty on lap 5. So we have G. Atozi hunting down his teammate Wester Beans, who's hunting down Dan Tyler. And we have, who is it, Saki Biene into the pits now. Right, let's spectate this pit stop. Does it seem that Saki Biene has damage, Brett? Yes, removing the front wing, putting on a new one, he definitely does have damage. And that means Rulok makes his way past, Uber makes his way past, True Loki makes his way past, and Saki Biene will rejoin this race in P16. Right, MGST.
Only on lap 5.
MGST dropped the position to AYB as we were busy talking. The two Haas teammates going at it. Kratos and MM Slayer.
Where's the Beans? Sorry, Evan. Where's the Beans? Hunting down Dan Tyler for that P10 position.
Oh, where's the Beans? Getting the jump on Dan Tyler.
There he is up to 10th.
Dan Tyler
making his way back up the grid.
Making his way back up the grid. He's back into the points, Brett. Right. So MM Slayer right on the rear of Kratos as AYB sets a new fastest lap. Running a little bit wide there of Kratos. MM Slayer not having the best exit. Dominant Racer joining in this battle for P6.
MGS trying to get on the back of AYB. AYB will see them.
Right, Brett. Let's see. Let's just go to position. Let's see where MM Slayer started. Yeah, that's correct. MM Slayer started P3. He started last. Finding him way all the way up into P7. What a race from the Slayer. Can he keep this momentum, Brett? We have yellow flags down into Sector 3. That will be True Loki. Oh, hitting the back of his car. Will he have rear wing damage? Who's fighting? MM Slayer. Still fighting Kratos. Dominant Racer looking to join this fight. And Kratos not making it easy for his teammate.
And the people in the chat, Danny, you asked me, so I'll ask you, are you a South African resident or are you located somewhere else in the world? Let us know, please.
So, Brett, is the battle of the teammates. Kratos making it extremely difficult for his teammate, but now he concedes the position and he loses it to Dominant Racer as well. And now he will be vulnerable to Dominant Racer and MM Slayer as well, as he will not have DRS to defend with. And here comes the Mercedes of Dominant Racer. Having a look around the outside. Oh, what a move from Dominant Racer. Puts himself into P6, but now MM Slayer has DRS to hunt him back down. Ooh. Yellow flags, Brett, down. Rulok retires from the session. That's his race over. And let's see if MM Slayer with a better... Oh, no! Had a great exit right into the rear of Dominant Racer.
Oh, no.
And starting last, going to P6. Now he needs to jump into the pits and he will drop positions. As we have a full safety car, Brett. We have a full safety car. It's all to play for.
Austria is a madness. Lap 7 safety car that follows a virtual safety car. JD in chat, my ghost got the qualified.
And now,
very bummed out.
Guys like the mechanic, Dominant Racer and Kratos will be forced to pit. Because they are running on the soft compound tires. They will be forced to make a pit stop, an early pit stop. But Van Vieren also joining the pit lane. Bit early from him on these mediums.
Well, JD, sorry to hear that. No need for you to apologise. I'm sorry for
So this means while Van Vieren is in the pits, let's see. Can Mr. M get the jump on him? Yes, he can, as he makes his way out of the pits only now. But where's Mr. Beans? Also jumping into the pits. Giatosi making his way down the main straight. How many free positions will he gain now? Right. 1, 2, 3. 3 free positions for him. As Kratos rejoins this race, and Dominant Racer opting for a set of soft tires, Brett.
Well, that will not get him through to the end, will it?
And I agree with the toy. I believe Van Vieren should have stayed out.
Well, All I am is a commentator.
Well,
These
mind
drivers
you,
know more than
Brett,
me.
the hard tyres can go the distance from here on out, but these drivers will need to nurse them home. So now we
It's going
have...
to be a bit of a difficult one.
So can MGST try to extend the stint on these hard tyres? Obviously, he still has to pit. If everyone has to pit now, your man Van Vieren will be leading this race, Brett. But can he stay in? And who goes into the pits now? I think it's only a lapped car, Brett, that made his way into the pits. Yes, it was New Avenger making his way into the pits. So hard tyres can't do 28 laps, right, Lossie? I am tempted to agree with you. I don't believe that these hard tyres will last. I think they might go the distance, but they'll be far from optimal condition by the time this race ends.
Then it's goal saying they can do it, the tyres.
Yeah, well, obviously, Brett, if you drive as slow as Dent, you can obviously do it, but...
Oh, shots fired. Wow.
Just joking, Dent. Just joking, my friend. It's all fun and games until someone lashes out at, Dented skull.
Oh, wow. Well, Evan, it was nice knowing you.
Brett, I might get fired from my position as commentator, so this might be my last ride. So, let's make the best out of it.
Yeah, it's nice knowing you, Evan. Thank you.
Right, Brett, so I believe that the safety car will be out for one more lap, and then we'll be back under racing conditions. And I'm looking forward to this. And I hope the Beans can pull some magic out. Well, I'm ready for some Beans redemption. I'm hoping to see Beans at least pushing himself. Brett, I'm going to be modest and say pushing himself up into P7. That will be a very good race from Beans if he will be able to do that.
Well, we're going to find out sooner rather than later. Lap 9 of 36, plenty of time to go, and it's been mad already. Very mad.
Well, Brett, I'm not going to be shy to say it. I am a Beans fan. I want to see the Beans do well. So, good luck to the Beans, and let's see if he can put some magic out of the Beans hat.
Here we go. 28 laps will take you to 75% wear, says Ben Stroll for those hard tyres.
Oof. Well, do you really want to be on 75% worn tyres by the end of this race, Brett?
Well,
you never know how it's going to end, Brett. You never know until you know. We have 26 laps of racing remaining, and I'm looking forward to this.
so am I. Credit to all these drivers for doing what they do week in, week out.
And lastly in the chat, so you could risk a puncture. Brett, I don't know. I don't think that these drivers would want to go to the ends on these hard. So expect to see a lot of pit stops round about the end of this race, Brett.
And Sparkplug saying, you will not get fired, you will just get a 5-second penalty.
So, right, Brett, the moment we have been waiting. Oh, contact!
Oh, God. Oh, my Jesus. Wow.
Who's got damage, Brett? Under the safety car, I think that was it Mr. M? I think that was Carefree, Brett. Yes, that's Carefree. He finds himself at the front of the pack. So if Knudsen is smart, he would just jump the gun now and just go while he still has a gap. He waits, and now he's off. He has a 1.3 second lead, and we are back under racing. Right, Brett, let's see what will happen.
Here we go.
Oh, we have yellow flags, Brett, who's off?
Oh, my God, what's happened now?
That'll be true, Loki.
Sector 3.
But let's see what's happening around this corner, Brett. Everyone, it seems as though they're getting a good exit. More yellow flags. Giatosi retires from the race. That's his race done. We have Saki Biena on the back of G. Fitzgerald. And Giatosi is out of this race. Oh, Brave lagging. Who's got the better exit? A little bit of wheel spin from Saki Biena.
It really is.
Right, back to the front, Brett. We have Knudsen from AYB, from MGST, Mr. M joining in the fight. Giatosi leaving the station. MM Slayer once again gets the jump on his teammate. It opens the door for you, Bad. And who is ghosted?
Dan Tyler.
Gerald on Dan Tyler. Let's spectate that, Brett. We have more yellow flags. New Avenger retires from the race. New Avenger's out.
My God. The safety car restart has caused a massive load of shit.
It has indeed, Brett, as now we have Knudsen sitting out pretty, out in front, Brett. AYB, MGST, the mechanic, Mr. M, and Van Vieren sitting in P6. Where's the Beans? Back into P8. Good stuff from the Beans, Brett, keeping his nose out of trouble, and he's back into P8.
If you can sort of keep yourself under the radar, you can get somewhere in this race.
Right, G. Fitzgerald and Dan Tyler going wheel to wheel at it. Around the hairpin they go. Wide from G. Fitzgerald, does get the better exit than Dan Tyler. No DRS for one more lap. And this is a drag race to the next corner. Now Dan Tyler is a car in front. Now he backs out. Sneaks around the inside. Will we see contact? No, we don't. Respect for driving now. G. Fitzgerald back on the inside. And now he puts his car ahead.
On Mr. M, trying to hunt him down. And Dominant Racer also in the mix.
Van Vieren, the dominant racer, Brett. Right, DRS will be activated after this lap. Kratos and Ubas still going at it. Now we have DRS. And Van Vieren will have a helping of DRS. But luckily, Mr. M, no, he doesn't have DRS to defend with.
So we have Saki Biena and Dan Tyler and Gerald all in the mix, further down the grid.
So Dominant Racer and Van Vieren hunting down the M. MM Slayer on the back of the Beans. He wants to go the long way around. Sneaks around the outside later on the brakes. But he's already a car's length ahead before going into the corner. So where's the Beans? Concedes the position. Back to P9. He drops. G. Fitzgerald and Saki Biena having a slight moment there. And G. Fitzgerald and Dan Tyler going at it.
Oh my God.
Right, Saki Biena rejoining in this fight. And Bray doesn't a safety car just spice up things.
It's only lap 13. Oh my God, we're only a third of the way through this race. Not a third, sorry. But, wow.
True Loking looking to get back into this race himself. Right, Brett, as AYB is now in DRS range of Knudsen, and MGST is still sticking with them. It's a DRS train from P1 all the way to P7, Brett.
Well, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen.
Well, Brett, something's happening right here, right now, as we have G. Fitzgerald and Dan Tyler. No. And Saki Biena still going at it. Where will Saki Biena go? Has a little sniff around the outside. Puts his car in front, late on the brakes, goes Fitzgerald. But I think Saki Biena will have a better exit. No, he doesn't. No, he does not. And MM Slayer's off. He had a moment.
Oh, God.
Right, Brett. G. Fitzgerald very late on the brakes. And now we have Carefree retiring from the race. Right, Brett. It's all happening as AYB getting all ever closer to the back of Knudsen. He does not have DRS to defend with. Knudsen out of ERS. And AYB still has a lot to his disposal. So Knudsen will be vulnerable. He will be very vulnerable. Right, now, who goes into the pits? Dominant Racer goes into the pits. He's saying that he had enough of those soft tires of his slapping on a set of hards, and out he will join the race in last position. Will he? No, I think he will rejoin in P14. Van Vieren and Mr. M going at it. Mr. M having a moment. He's off. That promotes Van Vieren to P5. And where's the Beans? In P6.
All to play for. All to play for. Plenty of time for any of these drivers to do anything. We're only on lap 15 of 36. This is mad.
Dominant Racer has decided to retire from this race. And Brett, you said it. We got a safety car. We have another safety car. And now it will force Knudsen, AYB, and MGST to make a pit stop, which means that will promote the mechanic, Van Vieren, and the Beans to your new P1, 2, and 3 drivers. They will have to pit. Indeed they do. Mechanic takes P1 on track, followed by Van Vieren, followed by Wester Beans, and Brett, we were saying that Van Vieren was silly to make an early pit stop. Well, it all's working out for him at this moment.
Well, Eben, let's be fair, yeah, you know more than me, and I'm just sitting there thinking, what's going to happen next? I have no. If I was a betting man, I'd be losing everything, because this is mad.
So now a safety car means that Knudsen, AYB, MGST drops down the order. They will rejoin in P8, P9, and P10. But obviously, Brett, they will be on much fresher tyres, so look out for them. And their tyres will definitely go the distance. MGST opting for the softs. It's a bold move, Brett. Really, really risky move from MGST. Because he will be forced to make another pit stop. Maybe hoping for another safety car. So MGST will be flying, Brett, but these softs will not last 20 more laps. He will definitely have to make another pit stop.
He will. But who's to say there won't be another safety car, and that could help him.
Well, Brett, please run us through the order at the moment.
Well, I will. Well, sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up. I'm so excited I can't even talk anymore. We started with 20. We're now down to 14. So we have the mechanic in P1. Van Buren. Where's the Beans? Currently sitting P3. That's where he bloody is. He's P3. Krytos. Gerald. True Loki. Saki Biena. Knutson. AYB. MGS. Mr. M. Joe Burr. Dan Tyler. And MM Slayer. We have 14. Will we finish at 14? I can't answer that.
And Brett, just for interest's sake, let's look at the penalties. Van Vieren. Brett, those penalties going to come back to haunt him. 6 seconds worth of penalties. Saki Biena with 3 seconds. MGS with 3. Jobe with 3. And Dan Tyler with 3. And it's looking pretty, Brett. Well, Brett, although...
Sorry, Evan. We say it every week. The penalties always come back to haunt the drivers in one way or another.
Well, Brett, I still think it's sitting pretty for Knudsen, AYB and MGST because, well, not MGST because he will definitely have to make another pit stop. But if there's no more safety cars, Knudsen and AYB can very, very comfortably, take these tires through to the end of the race. The people like with the likes of Saki Biena, True Loki, and G. Fitzgerald, they will definitely have to pit again. And, Kratos, where's the Beans? Van Vieren and the mechanic, they can go the distance, Brett, but those tires will be screaming by the end of this Grand Prix. 20 laps to go.
All to play for, it really is.
So we are waiting for MM Slayer to rejoin the pack, Brett, and we will have one more lap of safety car before we are back under racing.
I just hope it can be a stress-free, clean restart.
Well, Brett. Hoping for the same, but only time will tell. And Brett, I have to say, although I really, really enjoy the pace of, the guys that's really, really quick in the league, I'm really looking forward to see how this will play out because it is all to play for.
It's up for grabs, Edwin. It is. I mean, normally we might have a bit of an inkling of who might win. This one here, this is up for grabs. Anybody could win this race.
And will the pressure get to the people running in the podium positions, Brett? Because they know they've got a clear shot at winning this race without the likes of Den, Sparkplug, Humid, Dark Fox, Lassie. They know they've got a chance to take P1. Will the pressure get to them? Who will show up with a big matter of BMT, big match temperament, and who will put his car into P1 for this race? It's all to play for, Brett. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying it because it's all up for grabs.
And we're only halfway through this race. And I'm sure that the chat and the community are enjoying it as much as we are. The drivers, probably not so much.
The safety car, Brett, will be in by the end of this lap. And we will be back under racing. We will be spectating Van Vieren to see when the mechanic will get the jump. And then, Brett, all eyes onto the first corner.
Then it's Goal saying, give us a Miley Cyrus comment again. Oh, comment, man. Sorry.
That happened once. We will wait for another stream before that happens again. Brett, the mechanic is off. He decides he wants to jump early. But he did not catch Van Vuuren sleeping. He's right on his rear. Right, Brett, it is all to play for Van Vuuren now. Basically, even Stevens on the exit jumps into the slips and they are clear. Mechanic leading the race. But Brett, now, let's see what will happen with these drivers. Everyone seems to be respecting each other's space, and we have a clean getaway, Brett. We have 14 drivers around the first corner, and we are off. You battle with a 3-second time penalty. Right, Brett, racing again. G. Fitzgerald on where is the Beans? Where's the Beans? He's running wide. Kratos as well. Nah, Beans is up. Beans and Van Vuuren going at it. Look at the Beans. Hungry. Hungry.
Where's the Beans? Bam.
Yellow flags. Brett, who's off? Mr. M losing positions. Van Vuuren and the Beans going at it. What's the closest battle on track? It seems like Ubat and Dan Tyler back to the front. Where's the Beans on Van Vuuren? And where is the Beans? Already 1.5 seconds clear of G. Fitzgerald. And I'm looking forward to see what MGST will have to do. He's on soft, so he's going to have to push these tires to their limits.
Look at this though. MGS, AYB, Knutson, Saki Vienna, Krytos, all hunting down True Loki. What a massive battle we have.
We do have gaps as MGST runs a little bit wide. We do have gaps out on track, Brett. I'm really happy for the clean getaway. But, you know, let's see what's going to happen. Oh, late on the brakes. MGST. Is he going to make the... doesn't get the exit that he would like to have. Slayer with a 3-second time penalty. Kratos on True Loki. Has a little sniff around the inside, but not making the move right now. Where is the Beans? Right on the back of Van Vuuren. Still no DRS. And once DRS gets active, oh, look at the Beans with the switch. Goes wheel to wheel, but Van Vuuren has the outside line. We have yellow flags. That'll be Mr. M once again. The Beans is hungry, Brett. Hungry for redemption. True Loki and Knutson going at it. No, even Kratos going at it. We have cars wanting to get the position, Brett. As MGST gets the jump on AYB on those set of softs. And let's see, Brett, will he be brave around this corner here? Goes well wide. Around the outside he goes. Wheel-to-wheel contact. Very respectful racing from him. Better exit he will get. And on the next straight he will have DRS. Look at MGST. Positions up for grabs. It's raining positions for him. Slayer retires in the pits. There's a little bit of a moment, MGST, but he does. Now Saki Vienna gets the better exit. And we have another yellow flag, Brett. Yellow safety cars again. We have more safety cars.
Wow, this is safety car roulette tonight, or safety car bingo. Put your predictions in chat. Will there be another safety car after this one?
Just as MGST was raking up the positions, we have another full safety car.
If you are active in the chat, I'm going to ask you right now, will there be another safety car? Yes or no, after this one?
Well, Brett, this is a bit disappointing because every time, we get into DRS activation zones, the safety car disrupts us. And just
I'm enjoying the racing. It's action-packed, but it's a bit stop-start,
Just for interest's sake, Brett, let's go to... the safety cars are reduced. So, Brett, I believe if no one jumps into the pits, we will have at least one more lap of safety car after this lap. And jumping into the pits, Dan Tyler, True Loki, MGST, very smart move from MGST jumping into the pits. This will be his time to do it. Those mediums will go the distance.
Thank you, Danny, for answering the question. I appreciate you still being here. Sparkplug Dented, thank you. Fortnite Dance, I don't think there'll be 10, but you're in touch with your opinion.
So True Loki now, Brett, on a set of softs, and, well, sad to say, Brett, those softs will not last. Those softs will not take him the distance.
14 laps remaining, Eben. I don't know what's going to happen.
And Brett, a question. Did Mechanic, Van Vuuren, the Beans and Kratos make a mistake of not pitting? Did they make the mistake and threw the race away by not jumping into the pits?
Only time will tell. And I keep saying it, they know more than me.
Van Vieren still sitting of 6 seconds worth of penalties. And Brett, even though he's running all the way down into P12, MGST is looking pretty on a new set of mediums. A brand new set of mediums that will go the distance.
Oh.
So as predicted, Brett, we will have one more lap of safety car.
Let's get back to racing.
Please, Brett, I want to see some action. I want to see no more safety cars disrupting this race.
Oh.
Brett, we're getting to that time of the evening where I will ask you, what is your predictions?
Well, my prediction is... I'm lost for words, Evan. Why do you put me on the spot like this? I don't know what to say. I can't make predictions.
Brett, if everything goes smoothly, I'm telling you, look out for MGST. Look out for MGST running in P12.
Oh. Sparkplug is dancing in his living room to a bit of a Queen. I want to break free. Go on, Sparkplug, get those moves in.
So the safety car will be in by the end of this lap, Brett.
Here we go then.
Right. When will the mechanic decide to jump and restart this race? We will have 13 more laps of racing. Right, Brett, spectating Van Vieren right on the back of the mechanic as he was previously. You just will not catch this guy napping. And we are back under racing, Brett. Does everybody get away cleanly? Does everybody get away cleanly? Look at G. Fitzgerald. Right, Brett.
Penalty.
Penalty for True Loki. Right, Brett, clean getaway once again. And look at this train of cars now. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Hopefully no fireworks. Wow. Hopefully no fireworks into this corner. Now, will we see it? A little bit of love taps, there's nothing too serious. Oh, G. Fitzgerald having a little bit of wheel spin. Will cost him a bad exit. And look at Mr. M now making the jump on True Loki. Right, Brett, look at True Loki getting the jump. Good move from the man. And MGST. Oh, MGST around the inside has a little sniff. Through he goes. And Brett, I told you, look out for the guy. Second corner, another car, another victim. He takes, oh, Brett, we have contact. Luckily, we were ghosted back to MGST. And he's making the move stick, Brett. I told you. MGST, look out for this guy. Look out for him.
There's too much contact. Maybe we need the COVID-19 restrictions on track with no contact. This is getting a bit too mad for me.
Well, this will be a little bit of a more difficult overtake because all cars are running wide, respecting space. Because True Loki on a set of softs and he will be flying. AYB getting the move on True Loki. We will see wheel-to-wheel action around the hairpin corner. Hopefully no contact. You bet we don't, but True Loki will have the better exit. Oh, we have cars ghosting for a moment there. Oh, we have we have AYB off. No. I think there might have been a glitch, Brett. Right. Back under racing, Saki Biener on the back of Dan Tyler. MGST finding himself back into P8. And we have yellow flags, Brett. Who's that? That'll be Kratos having a little spin around, Brett. G. Fitzgerald takes the position. Dan Tyler, Saki Biener, Kratos moves down to P12. Back to MG. I want to see this, Brett. I want to see if he can get the jump on True Loki. DRS will be activated on this lap now. Will it? Next lap? Let's go to the front, Brett. Let's see. Yeah, DRS is activated. Knudsen.
10 left.
Looking at Saki, looking at Where's the Beans. Luckily for the Beans, he does have DRS to defend with. Now the question is, Brett, will these 18-lap old hards go the distance?
Well, we have had safety cars, so I would say maybe yes.
Oh,
but once again, I'm not a racer. Oh,
driving on ice. Dan Tyler driving on ice. MGST. True Loki gets the move done on Hubert, and now MGST. And look at Hubert, Brett, finding himself in P6. Not even been mentioned in this race.
A lot of these drivers are gaining position.
MGST loses it! Touches the rear of Hubert, and around he goes. MGST having a moment. True Loki going off. And that promotes Hubert to P5. G. Fitzgerald on the rear of Hubert. And MGST dropped like a stone.
Oh, God, I didn't even want to say what I was going to say. It's a bit rude.
Now G. Fitzgerald can find his way back into this race. It's 8-lap old mediums versus 12-lap old mediums. He has the DRS, he has the top line speed, goes around the outside. True Loki retires from this race, and even before we get to the corner, G. Fitzgerald is a car length ahead. As now True Loki DNS from this race, and we have Kratos with another moment.
Oh, God, it's all happening. It's all happening. Lap 27 and 36. Wow, we only have 12 left.
Van Vieren finding himself in P2. We have more yellow flags. I think that's just True Loki leaving the session, Brett. Right.
Yellow flag after yellow flag.
And we have 12 drivers remaining.
Wow.
Knudsen all over the back of Where's the Beans. When will he look for the move? Will he do it now, or will he wait for more DRS? Respectful racing, Brett. He still has DRS, and I think he will make the move stick. Brett, Brett, let's see what's going to happen. Knudsen and Where's the Beans? Where's the Beans late on the breakers? He will have to go around the long way. Who gets the better exit? It will be Knudsen, but now, who's got DRS? Doesn't seem like anyone has DRS.
I'd rather see. Oh, carry on.
Saki Bierner on Mr. M. More yellow flags, and I think that will be Kratos jumping into the pits as well. AYB Brett finds his way into P12.
Oh yeah, now we do have some bit of gap now, pen on track. But yeah, to be honest, I'd rather not see what's happening. This is too much stress.
Mr. M hunting down the P7 position. As AYB gets the jump on Dan Ty. No, sorry, Brett, that was just my imagination. He got the jump on Kratos, who was in the pits, making his way out now. So we still have the mechanic leading this race, and he will have...
flags 2 and 3.
Who will that be, Brett? That will be MGST again. Yes, it was. So, Brett, now MGST finds himself 24 seconds off the lead, and I don't think he will get back into it. Van Vieren on the back of the mechanic now. Knudsen, in the meanwhile, made his way past the Beans. G. Fitzgerald still sitting in P5. And Brett, Where's the Beans? It is indeed redemption day for him. MGST on the back of Dan Tyler will go the long way around. I think the long way around is the better way to go, Brett, but not if you break that late. Will he have to give that position back, Brett? Not too sure, but Dan Tyler and MGST will go at it once again. Late on the brakes goes MGST. Dan Tyler with the inside line, and MGST with another 3-second time penalty.
Oh, God, these penalties are stacking up.
They are stacking up indeed, Brett. Right, MGST in the meanwhile does get past Dan Tyler. We only have 12 drivers remaining, and Saki Bierner with another 3-second time penalty. How will this play out, Brett? The mechanic from Van Vieren from Knudsen. And Brett, as things stand, Van Vieren will not get a podium. Once again, penalties is his worst nightmare, as he's sitting on 9 seconds worth of penalties. And you know what that means, Brett? That promotes your man, Where's the Beans, to P3.
As it stands.
As it stands. And we got 6 laps of racing remaining, Brett. The mechanic looking very, very comfortable out in front. It doesn't seem as though anyone's putting any pressure on him. But will the moment be too big? Will he be able to cruise this car back into P1? Van Vieren needs to pull some magic out of the bag and try to clear at least 9 seconds to Knudsen or the Beans. Where is the Beans at this moment? 4 seconds clear of G. Fitzgerald.
Mr. M trying to hunt down Saki Biena, but not close enough yet.
And meanwhile, we have Knudsen. He has no ERS remaining, and Van Vieren has a lot of ERS to defend with, so Knudsen will have the DRS, but no ERS. Will he need that? Will he need it though? Tries to have a sniff around the inside, DRS wide open. Van Vieren has to deploy ERS if he wants to be able to defend. This is now or never for Knudsen. Can he sniff around the inside? Van Vieren, no, later on the brakes, and has the move covered off very comfortably. So Knudsen, Brett, will be struggling without any ERS to assist him, as Van Vieren sitting with a mountain of ERS to his disposal.
Well, they have the ERS assist, but they have the penalties. That is currently working against them.
There you can see it. Knudsen on 9% ERS, well, Van Vieren still has 70% left. Right, we will be spectating Saki Biena and Hubert. And Brett, Hubert have not been mentioned much in this race, but having a very solid race down in P6. Obviously, he will be demoted, as he also is sitting with 9 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, a lot of drivers with penalties, and they always come into effect to harm these drivers.
And Brett, now Saki Biena looks to make the move on Hubert. Dumping ERS. Now he has about 3% left. 5% left for him, and Mr. M also running out of ERS. Knudsen now again on Van Vieren. He has a moment with him.
Oh my
He
God,
loses the position to the Beans.
No, where's the Beans? He has to be there to capitalise, and capitalise he does.
And as things stand, the Beans will be promoted to P2. Can Knudsen get back at the Beans?
Danny, if you're still here, try to keep your composure.
It's all to play for Brett with 4 laps remaining. Who will take P1 on track? Will the mechanic be able to keep composure? Will he be able to drive this car home into P1?
Oh, God, it's all to play for.
Knudsen will have DRS on the Beans, none of them with any ERS. They're running on empty. Kratos, 3-second time penalty. Can Knudsen fight his way back into P3?
He's gonna try.
Danny definitely still in the chat. And where's the Beans, Brett? I'll tell you where he is. It's P3 out on track, Brett.
Oh.
The mechanic having a solid race. MGST, your pole position. Sprint race winner finds himself in P9. Not where he would want to be. And 6 seconds away from him, Hubert.
VB Thomas saying, what is the hype around Beans?
Thomas, it's just fun to say his name. Where's the Beans? I'll tell you where he is. He's in P3.
There he is.
And Knudsen now looking to make that move on the Beans. Both of them still break without any ERS. Now Knudsen will have a little sniff around the inside. Who will be latest on the brakes?
He's going to try it.
Who will have the better exit? It will be the Beans, but Knudsen will have DRS.
Yeah, not done yet.
Not done yet. Will he make the move? No. And Brett, while this is going on, look at the Beans right on the rear of Van Vieren. So this will help him. He will have DRS to defend Knudsen off.
This one is far from done.
This is the potential fight for P2 out on track.
This is far from done. Oh my God. This is...
And,
Wow.
and everybody in chat, if you're still here, we do appreciate you sticking this one out with us. We will have 2 laps of racing remaining, and it's all to play for. It is Van Vieren from the Beans, from Knudsen, and not too far down the road is G. Fitzgerald. And Brett, if he doesn't make a mistake, he will also get the jump on Van Vieren, who has 9 seconds worth of penalties.
The penalties, I know I keep saying it, the penalties, all the time, these penalties are massive.
So, where is the Beans? On Van Vieren, but luckily Van Vieren does have ERS to defend with, while the Beans and Knudsen is running on empty. Oh, contact, no! Knudsen right on the back of Beans, causes himself real front wing damage.
Oh, God,
and that will ruin his race.
Oh, he's fucking messed it up for himself.
Does he have damage on that front wing? He definitely does on the left-hand side of that front wing. Now, does the Beans have rear wing damage? It's all to play for. What will Knudsen do? Will he muster it out and stay out? You bet he does. He says he's not done yet. He's got 1 lap of racing remaining, and G. Fitzgerald with a 3-second time penalty. That makes his life difficult, because Van Vieren's still sitting with 9 seconds worth of penalties. Now, we have the Beans from Knudsen, from G. Fitzgerald, Sakibene 6 seconds down the road.
And the one that's sort of driving stress-free is the mechanic sitting out in front.
The mechanic sitting extremely pretty out in front. Don't do anything silly. Don't try to push. And Brett, remarkable stuff. On 28 lap old hard tires, he made it work. He decided that he will jump into the pits, slap on a set of hards, and make them go the distance. And what a drive from the mechanic it has been, as he makes his way around the final couple of corners right about now. 1 more corner to go, and he will see the checkered flag waving for him as a race winner in Tier 2, get in the mechanic. He will be followed by Van Vieren to take P2 on track. But look at this, Brett. The Beans in P3 on track gets promoted to P2, and Knudsen will take P3. G. Fitzgerald gets promoted, and Van Vieren demoted to P5. Sakibene takes P6 on track, but Mr. M promoted. Hubert P8, MGST gets promoted to P8. He will be kicking himself. Dan Tyler crosses the line to finish P10. And AYB, disappointment from him, finishes out of the points. And Brett, what a race this has been.
The mechanic, congratulations. You drove an excellent race. You brought that home and you made it look easy. Danny, your man wins in P2. Wow.
Brett, it is not how you start.
Sorry, Evan, to all the drivers, outstanding, amazing racing.
Mr. M gets driver of the day on game. But Brett, we are going to have to debate on about who you think deserves driver of the day. And let's quickly take a look at the positions that were gained, Brett.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see whether this can help us a little bit.
Just waiting for the podiums, Brett, as there he is, the mechanic, making his way to the top step of the podium. What a race from him. Takes P1, and he is your race winner here in Austria. The Beans will take P2, and Knudsen, great race from him. Brett, looking at the classifications, as you can see that in the race, starting P13, the mechanic takes P1 on track. The Beans, 8th on the grid, takes P1.
Wow.
And Brett, none other, I'm going to give it to the mechanic. Starting P13, decided I will pit early, and he made those hard tires last to take a race victory. My drive of the day will be mechanic, unless you can prove me otherwise.
Well, obviously special mention for Mr. M, you know, sort of started 11th, P6, but yeah, the mechanic pitted early, they backed themselves with the hard tires, they made it work, and they didn't really seem in any danger. Sat out in front, kept it simple, kept it together, and they bring home the race victory.
Brett, it's true what VB Thomas is saying. When you look at the qualifying, where did he qualify? Brett, if you take everything into account, where did the mechanic start? Where did the Bean start? The Bean started in P16. it's true what Thomas is saying, Brett. If you take the qualification and the race and everything into account, so Sparkplug says the Beans will be his driver of the day. Brett, any thoughts from your side?
I mean, they put us on the spot here. I mean, definitely a special mention to the Beans, and he did sort of keep it together. And he dropped down, he went up, he dropped down, and he did. It's a difficult one. It is a very difficult one.
Well, Brett, there's drivers that did well in the sprint. There's drivers that did well in the race. But, going back to the mechanic, Brett, slapping those sets of hard tires on lap 7 and pushing them the distance. And he never lost composure. I mean, he kept his composure, kept his nose clean, and he still managed to win the race. So, I don't know, Brett. I'm really opted to give it to the mechanic.
Well, Eben, you know more than me. You are the main commentator.
No, we're in this together.
No, Eben, it's your birthday. That's your birthday wish. We're going with you.
Well, Brett, I'm going to give it to the mechanic, Brett. He just kept so well composure. And to take P1 on track, what a race from the mechanic. But not to take anything out from any other driver. This was a very, very exciting Tier 2 race. And congratulations to all drivers. Your race winner, the mechanic. Your P2 taker, the Beans, as well as Knudsen on P3, Brett. What a race from them.
An amazing race. Every driver, massive, massive respect to you, because I would never do it. I'm just sitting here talking shit, to be honest. So fair play to all the drivers out on track. Amazing, all of you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing this.
Well, drivers, if it wasn't for you guys, obviously this would not be possible. For everyone in chat, we appreciate you sticking with us. And Brett, from my side, this will be it for the evening. As always, thank you for joining me in the comms box. We will be back Friday evening for your Tier 3 Formula 2 in Austria for qualifying, sprint and race. And Brett, it's always a pleasure sharing the box with you.
Thank you, Eben. It's been a pleasure. To the drivers, thank you. To the community, thank you. To the viewers, thank you. I will see you all soon. Until then, take it easy, take care, look after yourselves.